Hello and welcome to Non-Stop Wrestling Chat. My name is Barry and this is your Impact Wrestling review. Guys, this video is up a little bit later today. I was caught up at work this morning and the first time I got to sit down, watch Impact and get the review up. So don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit that notification button and let's get into today's show. So we kick off Impact with Rosemary and Valkyrie versus Steels and Hogan versus Havoc and Neva. Rosemary and Valkyrie pick up the win. I gave this 2.5. It was a good match. It was just a solid match. It was a good opener to the show. Then we got Bav versus Crazy Steve. This was terrible, guys. It was like a 2-minute match and just really doesn't really need to be there, to be honest with you. Backstage, we're with Heath and Rhino. Rhino said he took his comments last week to heart. He pulled some strings. Heath is in the Call Your Shot gauntlet at Bound for Glory. If Rhino or Heath win, they both get Heath gets his contract. If they lose, they both don't work at Impact anymore. So I think that's going to be pretty fun to see. Then after this we got Dashwood, Tommy Dreamer, Brian Mayers, Cody Deaner and Johnny Swinger versus Hernandez, Cousin Jake, Alicia Edwards, Rhino and Heath. Heath and the crew picked up the win. 1 star, guys. This was terrible. Honestly, it was just so formulaic and boring to watch. It just was not fun at all. 1 star. And if I was going to give it 0, but I should have probably just gave it 0. But seeing these guys get a shot in there, I thought that would be enough for 1, but it wasn't good. Then we get Sami Callihan backstage. So Sami Callihan comes up to Eddie Edwards and asks how the ankle is. Eddie's not amused and shoves him. Eddie grabs Sami, but Ken Shamrock comes in and attacks, beating Eddie down with Callihan films. While Callihan films, Shamrock locks in the ankle lock for a bit, and then the two of them stand over Edwards until Callihan stomps Eddie and tells Ken they're leaving. I don't know why this was here, but it is. Back from the break. Jimmy Jacobs approaches Eric Young to ask about the attack on Rich Swann. Jacobs says D'Amore is waiting on a call from the dock, and Young says it's undecided. He's sitting back there wondering if Rich will show up. We're going to go in a little bit, nothing special. I'm loving what's happening with Eric Young at the moment, but it just was nothing special. Here, the next match we get Kimber Lee versus Kylie Rae. Kylie Rae pick up the win, 2.5 stars. A solid match. They kind of seemed to lose momentum a little bit, but it was still a solid match. After the match, Kylie refuses to let go of the hold. Pruzo comes in to attack. Pruzo picks Kylie up, but Kylie fights back. Kylie with a super kick. Kind of goes on. Nothing great happened here. The Good Brothers come out to the ring after the whole little thing there. They grab a mic. They're kind of talking about how they're going to win tonight. They're walking out of Bound for Glory as the World Wrestling Tag Team Champions. It goes into this match, Doc Gallows versus Madman Fulton. Now I just didn't rate this. This was terrible. It was a double count out, this first part. Afterwards, the two of them continue to brawl, and Gallows hits a big boot, then a knee to the gut, and they continue after the break. So we come back from the break, and Fulton and Gallows are still fighting, and I guess it turned into a no disqualification, like just a hardcore match, no countouts and stuff. Doc Gallows seemingly picks up the win, and I gave this 2.5 stars. So the last bit I'm glad it continued into like some sort of cool little hardcore match. I just wish they'd just done that at the start. 2.5 here. It was a really fun match, and it was a good hardcore match as well. Not the best, but it was just a good hardcore match. So Eric Young is out to demand answers on the status of Rich Swann. Young saying that in 11 days it's Bound for Glory. What's going to happen? We cut to D'Amore. He's on a phone. He's obviously talking to a doctor about Swann. Back from the break, D'Amore's coming out. D'Amore tells Eric Young. So they have a little back and forth. D'Amore ends up telling Eric Young that Swan will be able to compete. He's going to be able to compete at Bound for Glory. Young grabs D'Amore, shoves him into the ring, starts kind of stopping him and just beating the shit out of him. He yells, "You did this." Out comes Swan. Swan attacks Young. Young flees the ring. Swan is fired up. He's kind of like running around and stuff. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great match at Bound for Glory. But just, I don't know, Impact just really wasn't sitting with me at all today. Then we had to finish the show off. EC3 and Moose were doing a segment. It was kind of confusing and was nothing special. Overall, the whole show I just gave 2 stars. There was some good moments, but overall it just felt like it dragged in. There's nothing else I can really say. It just really felt like it really dragged in. I've enjoyed Impact the past couple of weeks. They've not really had a great show for a couple of weeks. They've had like great matches, like the main event last week was great, but overall it just was nothing special this week again. It was really just like it dragged in, to be honest with you. The segments were cringy. They were they felt a lot stop-starting, and yeah. But I just get the feeling that they're just trying to push for this Bound for Glory. I think they've barely got anything set. They're just trying to get Bound for Glory out the way, and then I don't know what they're going to be doing after that, because it barely looks like they've got this plan too, Bound for Glory. Yeah, I say it's overall 2 stars, nothing special. If you gave it a miss, that's fine. So guys, channel update. I'm looking at doing, let me know in the comments below if this is something you would like to see. So I'm looking at doing an hour, like the old school Raws are only like an hour long, and I was going to watch it and just kind of talk like through it. You set it up so that you can put it on the network, watch the old Raw, and then I'll just talk over it. You can have me in the background. I'll do some like commentary stuff, talk about thoughts and feelings of the show. You know, just kind of going through stuff like that. If that's something that you would like to see, let me know. I've got stuff kind of set, ready to go for it. You won't need to look at my face. It'll just be like a blank screen, or it'll have like a picture on it, so you can watch the WWE Network and listen to my kind of commentary and stuff like that. But I'm going to love yous and leave yous there, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the AEW NXT review. But let's hope AEW NXT is a little bit better, because 2 kind of dud wrestling shows so far this week. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day.